So yeah, welcome to this business presentation. If you've been invited to this presentation, it's for the purpose of finding out how to generate income on a daily basis on your smartphone. Now, of course, it all sounds wonderful, but everybody has the same kind of questions, and that is, well, how? Where does this income come from? Is it possible? Is it legal? Does it work? How long is it going to work for? And how long is it going to last for? Is it one of those things that's going to promise the world and then disappear within 3 to 6 months? And is it something that's going to be worth my time, my outlay, and my commitment? Well, we hope that during the course of this presentation, you're going to get answers to all those questions, whether you're watching this live or whether you might be watching the recording. And we've also agreed as well that not only are we going to keep this presentation to within 60 minutes, but also we're going to break it down into 2 parts. Now, I don't know how much of those 2 parts we'll get through on this presentation today, but what we don't get through, we'll cover on Thursday. So effectively, each week, we're going to do 2 presentations every week, one on a Tuesday at 8 o'clock Central European time, or 7 p.m. for those people in the UK, and the same again on Thursday, 7 p.m. UK time. And the first part of the presentation will be basically covering what we might call the mechanics of how it works, because that's important. Obviously, Mike being an engineer, for those people who don't know Mike is a retired aviation engineer, and that's fantastic because, as you know, engineers want to know the ins and outs of everything, and Mike is no exception. He didn't jump into this, albeit that he has been very successful in similar businesses, but like most similar businesses, they're not here today. And that's what makes this business extremely exceptional, because this comes with an 8-year track record. And in fact, the chief executive, the owner and the founder of this business, has just been awarded the Chief Executive of the Year in the Middle East. And in fact, that was literally a few days ago, earlier, or should I say last week. And there were over 200 chief executives nominated from major public companies. And of course, our owner and our chief executive is highly recognized in this market space, in the space of blockchain and cryptocurrency. And he also happens to be a billionaire. So he has a strong commitment to making this business successful and bringing cryptocurrency to the masses. And I'm pleased to say that I've been associated with this company now for getting on for 2 years. I've also visited their head office several times in Dubai. I've met the owner, and also my personal introducer has happened to make millions out of this business with this company. And so I'm following his lead, his example. He's proven to me what's possible, and he just decided to put his name and time and effort into this business by supporting the owner and the founder. And it's worked for the owner, it's worked for my business partner, my introducer, and it's been working very well for me since I got started. But what you're going to be finding out about is a project which launched on the 1st of October. So it's really, really new, but this is, from what I can see, is the best product, the best project that this company has ever introduced in its 8-year history. So if you are finding out about this company for the first time, then your timing is absolutely perfect. So I've put together a few slides, actually. I do want to keep this presentation as simple as possible. I don't want to go through any structured presentation, but I have put a few slides together, and I hope that these slides might assist in making a few relevant points. And as I say, I'm going to keep an eye on the time. I want to finish this entire presentation within the 60 minutes, if we possibly can. So let me see my slides. Okay, so the question, of course, is are people better off? Let me just mute the... That's right, let's mute everybody. Okay. So the question is everybody better off Just a second. Let's go back to the beginning. There we go. Are people better off in Ultima or out of Ultima? And that's the name of the token that we're going to be talking about. So let's look at the financial challenges facing the middle classes in the UK and the solutions that Ultima can bring those people. So that's the question. When is the best time to get started with Ultima? Well, all these people on this stage, they would tell you as soon as possible. So there's no time like the present. And the answer, of course, is now. So let's find out why and what makes this business so very, very special. So this is something which I'm sure you've seen before. This is a chart showing the rate of inflation between December 2020 and November 2022 in the UK. You can see it's rising all the time. It's hit a peak of 10% in November of last year, but that 10% has continued throughout this year. So inflation is still a major problem, and it's affecting everything from food and drink, transport, housing, and everything else, of course. Here's another chart that I found on the internet. This is talking about the amount needed each week to reach the minimum standard of living for people living in the UK. This was based on figures in 2022. So obviously those figures have only got worse. They haven't got better, they've got worse. So I want to target on two particular groups here. We've got the pensioners. So a couple of pensioners, according to this, would have required £322 a week. And that doesn't include rent or childcare. So whether people have a rented property or a mortgage, that would have to go on top of those numbers. And if you happen to be a single parent family with two children, then according to these figures in 2022, you would need £410 a week, not including rent and not including childcare. So looking at the pensioners, for example, if you multiply that by 4, that's £1,288 a month. Now, asking the question, do you think it would be of benefit if for those pensioners who are currently requiring £1,288 a month to maintain a basic standard of living in the UK, if those pensioners could receive an extra 600 a month or an extra 1,000 a month, would it make a difference? Well, I believe it would make a massive difference. And likewise with the single parent families with two children who are needing 1,640 a month as of last year, just to maintain a basic standard of living. If they could earn an extra 600 or an extra 800 a month, that's an extra 50% on their basic standard requirement. So that's all very, very feasible, all very, very possible with this business. And of course, for those people who want to earn a lot more, that's also possible as well. And these are some of the issues that are facing people today, are all caused through the lack of cash flow, all through the issue with rising inflation, things like anxiety, stress, depression, smoking, stress, substance abuse, domestic abuse, social isolation, overcrowding, homelessness, not enough money to buy food, etc. So it's a big problem for many, many people. And I believe that the best time to create additional income is when you don't essentially need it. And of course, the pound has been declining against the value of the dollar for many, many years, and all due to the rising inflation. So this is something we normally like to address, because this is the trend of cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin. If you've never been involved in cryptocurrency before, it has been quoted that Bitcoin has been the best investment in the history of the world. Now, we're not here to give financial advice. In fact, cryptocurrency is a non-regulated marketplace. So only take this information for what it's worth. I can only quote you my personal experience, but I've been involved with this business, as I mentioned, for 2 years almost with this company. And I bought my first Bitcoin when Bitcoin was valued at around about $230 a coin, which is over 10 years ago now. So I've seen lots of comings and goings in the crypto market, but Bitcoin started in 2008. And what this chart actually shows is what we call halving. And this is something that 99% of people are not aware of. But halving is where the rate of production of Bitcoin literally reduces by 50% every 4 years. And that has a significant effect on the market value of Bitcoin, and in fact, the market value of all the cryptos in the entire cryptocurrency market. It enters what we call a bull market. And you can see on the chart here, we've got a green phase and a red phase. So these halvings, the first one took place in April 2012, where the red arrow is pointing down. That's when the first halving took place. The second one took place in April 2016. The third one in April 2020. And we anticipate that the next halving will be sometime in April of next year. Now, prior to every halving, you can see that the value of Bitcoin was rising before the halving and thereafter. In fact, the value of Bitcoin continued all the way through till the following December. That happened in April 2012, April 2016, April 2020, and we anticipate that the bull market that we've already entered will continue all the way through till December 2024. So now is an absolutely fantastic time to enter the cryptocurrency market. But out of 2 million different cryptos in the market, the question is, which one would it be best to actually put our money into? Because the train has left the station as far as Bitcoin is concerned. The price of Bitcoin today, I think, is $44,000 a coin. And of course, yes, you can buy a fraction of it, but Bitcoin would have to go to 88,000 for you to double your money. Now, we believe that that will happen, but if you look at ULTIMA, the token that we're going to be talking about during this presentation, I was at the launch of ULTIMA in March of this year when it launched at 10 cents, and it's already around about $6,000 a token, which makes it the second most valuable crypto in the world, second only to Bitcoin, which means it's already appreciated 6 million times. In fact, the growth has been over 6 million% since March of this year. So it makes it, I believe, the fastest growing cryptocurrency in the market and currently the second most valuable, second only to Bitcoin. So ULTIMA is what we call a hyper-deflationary token. That is what makes it unique. I'll talk about what that means in a moment. And first of all, we have to consider the subject of scarcity, because looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin currently has 19 million coins in circulation, and this has been designed to be in limited supply. So when this was created by the company, incidentally, it was created in March, as I was saying, there was 100,000 of these tokens introduced into the market. And I'll talk about what happens to those tokens in a moment, but literally less than 20,000 of those are in general circulation as against 19 million if we look at Bitcoin. So therefore, scarcity is one of the fundamentals when it comes to owning an asset that's going to appreciate in value. We want something that's going to have a huge demand, a growing demand, but something which is very, very limited in supply. And this ULTIMA token is extremely limited, with having less than 20,000 in general supply. Contracts. What is a contract? Well, if you want to be involved in this business, you only have to do 3 things. The first thing is you have to register a free account, and your introducer will provide you with their referral link. So you can register a free account. And once you've bought that, and once you've registered that free account, you can then buy 2 things. One is a license, and that is how all our network get paid, because this is a network marketing company. And the cost of the license, 91% of that is commissionable. So literally, if for every $100 you spend on a license, $91 of that gets paid out immediately in the form of commissions and bonuses. So only 9% of the value of any license actually goes to the company. The other expense is the cost of a contract, and you need both. You need a license and you need a contract. So for example, if you buy a license for 1,000 or 10,000, you're going to need a contract for 1,000 or 10,000. And the more expensive the license, the more expensive the contract. But the more expensive the license, the more expensive the contract. And the benefit of having a more expensive contract is because it provides you what we call splits in a pool. And this is what we call a delegated liquidity pool. It's basically a fund, but we can't call it a fund for financial reasons. We have to use different terminology. So we call it a delegated liquidity pool. And this delegated liquidity pool started on the 1st of October, where the company deposited 80,000 of these tokens. So remember, 100,000 of them were brought into circulation in March of this year. There'll never, ever be more than 100,000. 80,000 of these were put into this delegated liquidity pool on the 1st of October. And if you multiply those 80,000 by 7,000, which is currently the value of each token as we stand today, it means that that pool has a market value of $560 million. So what happens is every single day, when you buy that contract, that gives you the rights to a number of splits or shares from that pool. And every day, 50 tokens a day are paid out by what we call a smart contract to the owners of those splits or the owners of those shares. We can't call them shares, so we call them splits. So effectively, you can have as many splits as you choose to, depending on the size of your license and the size of your splits, of your contract. And for example, if you had 100 splits, currently the earnings per split are around about $1 per day. So with 100 splits, you'd be earning about 100 a day. Okay, so that explains a little bit about that. Equally, every time you do a transaction, there is a 3% burning fee, transaction fee as we call it. And then this is also significant because we talked about the halving of Bitcoin. The ULTIMA has been designed along the same lines as Bitcoin, but this halves every 12 months. So currently, as we speak, 50 tokens a day are being paid out. So 50 times 7,000, that's about $350,000 a day. So that's 50 tokens a day until the 1st of February, 2024. And then on the 1st of February 2024 is when it reduces automatically down to only 25 tokens a day. But because of rising demand and reducing supply, we anticipate that the value of ULTIMA will rise substantially between now and February of next year. But every year, as you can see, it's going to reduce by 50%. So it'll be 12 tokens a day the following year, 6 tokens the following year, 3 tokens a day the following year, and then from every year thereafter, it'll be just 1 token per day. If you do a calculation and multiply 25 tokens a day by 365, and multiply 12 by 365, and 6 by 365, and 3 by 365, then you can calculate how many tokens will have been paid out within the next 5 years without anybody buying any contracts whatsoever. So you can see that this system does not depend on people buying licenses and contracts. It will last many, many years before any money is required whatsoever. In fact, it's been calculated that this system will pay out for something like 227 years. So that's the chart we were looking at, the halving of Bitcoin, but the halving of ULTIMA has been designed along the same lines. And this gives you some idea of what the company believe the value of ULTIMA will be every 12 months when we have the halving. So we anticipate that by February of next year, it should be somewhere between $10,000 and $20,000 a token, between $30,000 and $50,000 the following year, somewhere in the region of $150,000 a token the year after, maybe $500,000 a token the year after, and somewhere like $1 million a token the year after that. So in terms of utility, no other coin or token within the cryptocurrency market has any real use, including Bitcoin. ULTIMA is the only successful token that you'll need to participate in all the forthcoming platforms like travel, we've got a marketplace, copy trading, etc. In fact, we have a full ecosystem, including an internal exchange and our own debit card, where you'll be able to upload ULTIMA and spend literally anywhere where MasterCard is accepted. This is an indication of some of those platforms that are currently in the pipeline. And previously, we had something called a discount and cashback voucher. what we call the online vouchers. And we had a collaboration with the largest developer in Dubai, which is a company called EMAR. And we literally sold over 100 properties in Dubai using the discount and the cashback system, whereby the people who bought the property saved 50% on the normal purchase price, but they also got a 100% cashback. Can you imagine that? We also had a collaboration with one of the major car dealers in Dubai, and we had a similar collaboration with a car dealer in Cologne, where people were buying brand new Audis, brand new BMWs and Mercedes, all with a 50% discount and a 100% cashback. So this company is extremely innovative, and as you can see, have created an entire ecosystem to create more and more demand for the use of Ultima. So the appreciating of the token is something that goes without saying, and what it means is that the token will be, in our opinion, it'll be worth more in the future than it will be already. So that's just a simple presentation that I just wanted to run by you. And what we're going to do for the remainder of this, I want Mike, if he can share his back office, he will show you the inside workings of what you would expect once you've registered an account with the company, and what those licenses look like in terms of what they cost, what the contracts cost, and if he can perhaps log into this webinar on his phone, it'll also be able to show you what the actual wallet looks like on his phone as well. So over to you, Mike.
Okay, well, thanks for that presentation, Malcolm. Short and sweet, I think.
Yeah.
Not too technical. Right, let me just share screens. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Share screens. Share.
You're the host now, Mike.
Share. Right, can you see my back office now?
Yeah, yeah.
Let me just minimize this. There we go. Okay. So this is probably doesn't mean much to you at the moment, but this is the back office. And Malcolm talked about shares or splits, as we call them. So as you can see here, I've got 16 splits. So every time the token gets released at 50 a day at the moment, it's divided by the amount of splits that's in the system, and it comes out at 0.000137 Ultima. That's the base number, and you times that by the amount of splits you've got. So I get on a daily basis 16 times this amount, which has been working out recently at about $17 to $20 a day. That's every day. Now, as the price of the coin goes up, as we expect it will be, especially after the halving, when there's less coins in the market, this daily income will increase, and you can have as many splits as you want. See, I've got a total of 33. I've used 16, and I've got 17 left to purchase. So, so once I've bought some more splits, which I am doing with the income that I'm earning, I'm putting it back in to buy more splits, which gives me a higher income. So what else we got? Right, okay. So these are the contracts that you buy. You can, the smallest one is 110 euros, 220 euros, 550 or 1100. There are higher ones, but it doesn't show that here. And the licenses, hang on, where do we?
If you click on, if you just scroll back down again, Mike. If you scroll back down and click where it says Unity Split licenses, just a bit higher. Just a bit higher.
Oh, yes. Yes.
In fact, it's the legendary one that we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the legendary one that's got the promotion on the more expensive ones.
Here we go. Here we go. This one. Yes, these are the more expensive ones, and you get extra splits. So if you buy a €1,100 license, you will get the 10 splits that comes normally, but with the promotion, you'll get an extra 110, and it goes up in values.
These are actually win tokens, Mike. So basically, yeah. So win tokens are equivalent to the same value in euros. So, for example, on that license costing 1,100, that comes with 10 splits and 110 win tokens. Now, what can you do with a win token? You can actually use them to buy licenses. Okay, so the license comes with 10 splits.
Yes.
And then at any time in the future, you can buy another license using your win tokens. Okay. While we're talking about the cost of these licenses, if you just take a quick look at the VIP, just to show people that although you can start with 110, we've got licenses that cost 55,000 and go all the way up to 550,000. And the reason being is when this launched in October, the company realized that the people who got the biggest licenses were making the biggest money. And because the splits are cheaper with the bigger licenses. So what they thought was it would be fair to create another pool, which is what they did do, called the community pool or the green pool. And so now we've got two pools effectively. One called the VIP one for licenses costing $55,000 and more. And then the other one is the Unity split, which is for license costing anywhere between 110 and 11,000.
So yeah, these are the ones that I've got, are the Unity splits. So anything else there, Malcolm? You want me to show?
I think that covers that. If you click on licenses on the left-hand side, on the menu on the left.
Oh yeah, licenses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the licenses that I bought.
My licenses.
Okay. And as a networker, if you do happen to refer other people that buy licenses, then every time they buy a license, you immediately get paid. Okay, and that's very nice. You get paid in Ultima. And when I started with Ultima, as I say, it was over 18 months ago now. I started the same as Mike with 1,100, and I think if you look in my account now, I've spent something like 60,000 on licenses. So that means that's 60,000 euros. So that means that my introducer has got paid every time I bought a new license. But because he's built a big network, he gets paid off 12,000 people every time they buy licenses. So the other extra income is if you choose to share this with people and receive commissions on those as well. And these are the contracts. So yeah, once you bought a license, then you need a matching contract. Mike, as you can see, hasn't activated all his contracts, all his splits, but they never expire. So he can activate those additional splits at any time in the future. And that, of course, will increase his income. He doesn't have to take money out of his pocket. He can use his income to buy those contracts and activate more splits. Okay. What we can do, if you just click on your name, Mike, and go into the DeFi section on the left-hand side. That's right. Click on DeFi on the left.
Just thinking about it. There we go.
Yeah. This is for those people who choose to share. And we've got what I believe is the most generous compensation plan. As I mentioned, 91% of the revenue that comes in goes out in the form of commissions and bonuses. I think you click the same one actually. You need to go to the DeFi. Oh, right, sorry. Sorry, not DeFi, the other one. So click on micro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Business.
business, yeah.
This one.
Ultimate business.
So this is for the networkers.
For the network, yeah. Okay, so rank bonus, unilevel bonus, diamond bonus, leader bonus, diamond bonus, winner bonus. It's all shown inside, including every transaction. So you imagine if you've got hundreds or thousands of people in the community, every time they make a purchase, every one of those transactions is listed within your transactions, and all of those gets added to your balance in real time, which you can withdraw absolutely no problem. So yeah, I think we've covered most of that now, Mike. What we might do is take a look at coin market cap just to show that this is currently the second most valuable crypto in the market today.
Okay, I'll go to that. Search.
Yeah.
Oh, search. ULTIMA. Oh, it's a bit slow because we're on Zoom.
So what it does show across the top, highlighted in blue, it shows that there are currently more than 2 million cryptos in the market. So the biggest challenge for people, if they want to get involved in crypto, is which one to choose. Well, I can't think of anything that's grown as fast as this, over 6 million% since March of this year. So not only are we getting paid every single day, but we're getting paid in an appreciating asset. This is not like saving pounds or saving euros and watching them reduce in value on a daily basis. We're getting paid in an asset which is constantly increasing in value. Yes, it is volatile, by the way. It's important that people come in to this business with the right expectation. Don't expect that it's a one-way journey. Crypto will always be volatile simply because it happens to be in the hands of a number of people who have substantial holdings, and when they sell, it can affect the value. And that applies to Bitcoin. So for example, when a major institution comes in and spends, tens of millions or hundreds of millions on Bitcoin, then the price will suddenly rise or fall. Likewise, when people spend tens of thousands on Ultima, that can also affect the price. But currently the value of Ultima is somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000 a token. Did you put Ultima in the search box, Mike, on the right there? Oh, there we go. If you click on that now.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we did this last time. It doesn't come up with it, does it?
Or is it not?
I'll put it in here in the search box.
Yeah. Shall I try
Oh, hang on, let's just see what this one. Oh. Yeah, it comes up with community, you see. That's not what we want, is it?
No, shall I try on mine?
Yeah, go on then. See if
Right, just a second.
I'll stop sharing.
Okay, just a second.
Remember, it did that last week, didn't it?
Coin market cap. Coin market cap. So, Ultima. There we go. So yeah, the price is somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000 a token. That's what it is. And if you compare that with the price of Bitcoin, as you can see, is 42,000. Ethereum is 2,170. So it makes it the second most valuable. But why is it that most people haven't heard of ULTIMA? Why is it that it's not on the list? It's because this list is based on market capitalization. So basically, what does market capitalization mean? It means the current value, which in the case of Bitcoin is 42,215, multiplied by the number of Bitcoin in circulation. So the number of Bitcoin currently in circulation is the sum of 19,574,800. If you multiply those two numbers together, that means that the market capitalization just for Bitcoin alone is 826,247,656,000. Okay, so that's the value of Bitcoin. And we anticipate that during this next bull run that we talked about, where Bitcoin is going to halve next April, that the value of Bitcoin will go way over 100,000, or at least hit the 100,000 mark. But it will also influence all the other cryptos in the entire market, including ULTIMA. Okay, so that is a quick run through, basically. Obviously, all we have to do is, with our mobile phone, is download a wallet from either the Apple Store or the Google Store. And once we've done that, then we literally transfer what we call the splits from our dashboard to the phone. And then once we've done that, we then get paid every single day. And all we have to do is click in a couple of places to claim those rewards. And if we don't claim any particular day, we still get paid. So the amount accumulates, and when we literally claim it, that's the moment that we actually physically receive it into our account.
Yeah,
So,
that's the wallet.
Yeah, can you come on the Zoom actually with that, Mike? I was saying, Mike, can you log into the Zoom with that?
Zoom. Yeah, I'm just trying to get into Zoom. Hang on. There we go. Okay, I'm in. Yeah, it's stuck. Host has joined. We've let them know you're here. Oh, it's loading.
Okay.
Oh, do you have to let? Here we go. Look, I've got to let myself in.
Oh, okay.
There we go. That's it. I'm in now. I'm in. No audio. Okay, yeah, got it. Right. There I am. Right. So share screen. Share screen. Start broadcast. Is it a screen broadcast, isn't it?
Screen broadcast, yeah.
Yeah. Start broadcast. 2, 3, 1, go. Right. Okay. So now you can see my phone. Hang on. Let me come out of here. Go to my wallet. There we go. So now you can see my. Let me just move my picture out of the way. Yeah, I'm going to move it on my phone. That's it. Right, so there's my wallet, and is what we do. We have the splits here, where the green circle is, and see I've got 16 splits, and we just tap on that, you can see the transactions here. Let's have a look at, oh, hang on, no, let me just go to the other one, show you transactions. Here we go, there's the transactions. So today I got $21, but you know, you paid in Ultima, so, but the Ultima's got a value, and today was, that Ultima was $21 that I got. You know, 15 yesterday. Oh, that's some that I sent. I received. Oh, that's some that I put in. So there's a daily.
Got a full history of every transaction, whether it's money going in, money going out, or
yeah,
rewards.
It's all there. $24 received, 19. That's some more I put in, 15. You see, so that's all based on 16 splits. If I had 100 splits, then it would be 100 times the daily, you know, allocation. Yeah, everything's there. It's a smart wallet, and you can have other coins in there if you want. But I'll show you what we do. So we go to the split here. You go to splitting, and then right. So now I'm going to claim my reward for today. Claim reward. I click that button there, and I click confirm. Yeah, I haven't done it today. So that was yesterday's. Here we go. So now it's giving me those Ultima. So now I click on there, success. So now if I go back to my smart wallet and I go to the transactions, we can see I've got, that's the 19th of this month, which is just now at 20.53, and I've got $18.83. So that is really all you have to do every day, or every few days, or once a week even,
and
once you've got it all set up.
If you multiply that by 30, Mike, that's $540 a month. That's at present day. Now, the value of Ultima is quite low right now in comparison to where it's been and where we believe it's going to go. So if Mike doesn't spend that Ultima and doesn't convert it back into USDT and doesn't spend it in the meanwhile, and it doubles in value, which we anticipate it will do, that's over $1,000 worth of income. And when we talked about those people on that chart, talking about pensioners, talking about single parent families, that kind of additional revenue would make a big difference in the pockets of millions of people in the UK right now. So that's why we believe we've got a really, really good business. Apart from making a big Mike.
So we've got like 5 minutes. So I think if we have a quick question and answer, if anybody's got any, and then we don't want to keep this going too long.
We're going to finish within 60 minutes. So who's got the best questions? Any questions? And we appreciate your patience, because we're not professional speakers. We haven't got a professional presentation. We're just literally, what's the expression, winging it. But we're winging it with good intention. We have got good experience. Mike's got a lot of experience of crypto. I've got a lot of experience of crypto. Mike's got a lot of experience of doing online business, and so have I. So we believe that we found something very, very special. And if we look at what we call the tokenomics, which is the maths which underwrite this whole project, we believe that it's a very, very strong business moving forward, because if we've got this hyperdeflationary token, which is going to reduce the quantity in supply, and at the same time the demand is going to increase, then that means that the value of what we're getting paid in is going to appreciate over time. And so we're not just getting paid, but we're getting paid in an appreciating asset, which we can liquidate at any time, because Ultima is currently listed on 3 of the top cryptocurrency exchanges. And that means that you can open a free account, you can transfer that crypto, you can convert it into what we call USDT. You can then convert that into euros or pounds and transfer it to your bank account, or transfer that to a debit card. I've got several crypto debit cards. These are all crypto debit cards. That's a crypto debit card. It's a Visa one. That's a Visa debit card. So is this one. These are all crypto debit cards. And the company is actually coming out after Christmas with their own MasterCard. So what that means is we won't need any third-party exchange. We'll be able to just simply transfer our Ultima onto our Ultima MasterCard and go and spend it anywhere in the world where MasterCard is currently accepted. So on this simple business, people are having great experiences. Everybody is better off in than out. And those people who treat it like a serious business, some people are making significant incomes. And I would say some people are getting extremely wealthy. So I'm going to stop recording right now. Thank you for watching. I'm not going to leave the meeting just right now, but I'm going to finish the recording.